Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Dominion's 4 Multiplayer Showdown Episode 8 for this series. This is going to be turn 23. Let's begin. A messenger has arrived from Helheim, so we soon depart this world. You may claim our lands to your north for what good it may do you. So I'm guessing Helheim is getting completely crushed. That is extremely unfortunate. Uh-oh. And Pangea is growing very quickly. Unexpected event. Province resource plus 25. Population minus 30. Okay. Battle afflictions being cured. This could be some trouble. Now, interesting enough, I think me and Marvini here are going to have to go against Pangea because I think they're going to be very powerful, and it's going to take probably both of us to take them out. I see that yeah, Helheim. I wonder if there's any way to bring them back. If owners have any way to bring it back around, like if I was to attack them all of a sudden, they'd have to pull units up this way. Would that give Helheim a fighting chance? Probably not. And I haven't heard back from Marvini yet on the message I sent last time, so I can't really know if he feels the same way I feel about Pangea. So chances are I'm probably next on the list to die. Let's go ahead and search for magic sites. Oh, I think we already searched. We already searched Blackport, so change my mind. Move over here. I'm going to bump up the province. Oh, never mind. I guess I'm not because I'm spending all the gold. All right. One interesting thing somebody brought up is that because I have undead armies, I can actually go through and take some of these water provinces. And so I guess that's something I'm going to want to do, especially because that'll put me at an extreme advantage, I think, with the other players, especially because we actually have a water province here that we can move to. So if we went up here, we could actually take that throne there. But other than that, yeah, I think taking water provinces is a good idea. Oh, where is my scout? Okay, we want to keep moving him up. This province seems to contain only one enemy unit. The enemy force appears to consist of a single white centaur and a few loyal henchmen. Okay. All right, we're going to start. Let's see. I have all these archers here. Do I want to really... How do I want to set this unit up? We're really just moving these archers through. I don't think I'm going to do anything else with them. I'm half tempted to leave some type of army to the north, but either way we need to move all of these into this province here so we can re-flesh out these armies. And then we're going to claim this throne here. Which was what? Throne of Fire, that's right. Plus there was a burial mound here. Okay, these guys are just defending right now. But other than that, province defense is good. We need to put another fort up here, maybe up in this area. What do we got here? Farmland, so high income, low resources. Good resources hinders movement. Waste, very low income, hinders movement. Oh, I really want to attack Pangea. I probably should do it. If I wait any longer, it might just continue to get worse. All right, so where is that guy? Okay, here he is with the fire. We're going to give him a bunch of these guys to be... I know we're kind of eating up our researchers here, but we want to give him a bunch of them to be kind of he's going to be a communion master, and we're going to get these as communion slaves. So making sure that army setups or recruit units is good. I want to make sure, okay, we are still making more of those. So that'll balance itself out. Okay. How are we doing for army setup? Okay, we just got a bunch of units up here ready to go as soon as the armies move in. And we'll go ahead and get those guys refreshed and ready to go for this unit. Oh, why don't you go ahead and search for magic sites? I don't believe I've looked in that particular area. Pangea is already probably pretty strong. If I don't advance forward with my armies and start taking him out, it's going to hurt me in the long run. You know, I've got these undead units here, and I'm half tempted to move them over into these water provinces here and start taking these. I'd probably be crazy not to. What do these okay, not too many undead left. So if I merge them with these two armies, they might be just fleshed out enough to be able to manage. So let's remove these and make their own squad with them. They don't really need to go down and get reinforced with anything. I could bring them over and bring these squads up into here. So these guys could go over, down. These armies could come up. Well, it probably just makes sense for me to keep moving them. So I'll keep moving them through here, around here, and then maybe we'll go straight to here. And then we'll start taking these water provinces up to this throne here. And we'll start on this side here because there's a throne. Other than that, I'm playing really defensive right now because I really probably shouldn't. And maybe I should take Helheim's offer of these northern lands. I could cut off Pangea's units right here from being able to reinforce. I mean, they still build units on these provinces, and I don't know how far it's gone. That's why I'm moving my scout up so I can get a good feel. I'm not really sure how far it's gone or how far they've spread, and I'm not really sure what Marvani's doing right now. I feel like I'm holding out for too long, and it's going to come back to bite me because obviously if they're both extremely powerful allies with each other to the point where I can't break that alliance, they're just going to go for me next. And I might be a little bit harder to take down simply because I have a decent amount of defense, and I've kind of just been building up where they've all been kind of trashing their armies. But, well, I don't want to move down with my massive archer army. So either way, no matter what happens, I still have to wait for these forces to get down here. So I'm still at least 2 turns away from doing anything. But you know what? In 2 turns, or whenever my army gets reinforced and down there, as soon as possible, we're going to do it. We're going to pull the trigger. We're going to push into Pangea because I don't want to wait. I'm a sitting duck right now. I don't want to wait until they just come walking through my front gates. If I lose, I lose. So what? That's the excitement of it. So I think in the next coming episodes, we're going to start pushing into Pangea's territory. I haven't talked to them at all, and I'm going to keep it that way. I'm just going to kind of attack them from a surprise attack, basically. Is it going to do Helheim any good? Probably not. I'll probably start by cutting them off here. I'll reinforce my borders, and I'll cut them off here, so that way if Helheim is still alive, they're kind of covering my north here. And then I'll just kind of keep pushing forward. I can't guarantee that's going to deliver a victory, but we are going to try. Then we got these guys going to do their thing. Clicking on, let's see, let's check out this unit real quick. I just want to see what kind of magic items. Okay, we do have some magic items that might be worth forging. Oh, yeah, we've got a couple things here. Ring of Limitation, Ring of Warning. Fire in a Jar is actually a pretty big one. All right. The jar contains fire that can be used instead of a fire gem to power 1 fire combat spell. I think that actually will help us. I think that actually will help us with our flaming arrows. Horror helmet, fear +5. That's something I'd like to make as well. Defense -1 though, but protection head 21. But fear +5, we could give that to our god. Why don't we make one of those? Our god's about to get there anyways, and when he gets there, I'm going to give him that, and I'm also going to give him the champion skull. Okay, so that is the end of this turn. Yeah, so we'll see what happens in the next coming turns, but I think we can all safely say that it's going to be war. So thank you very much. See you next turn. All right, turn 24. We got a message from Arverni. Let's see what they say. Greetings, friend Ermor. Our way with Helheim has taken a setback, but you are right about the growing threat from Pangaea. They now control 3 of the throne points. Do you have any details on the thrones to your east? With these, Pangaea wins ascension. The High Throne is the throne to your south, the High Druid Council. Alright, Marvani, we're going to send them a message and see what we can do. We got the Throne of Fire, though, so that's good. We found no magic sites. Unexpected event. Nature gems +5. Cool. Whoa, look at that. Magical bird of wondrous color has been found. Small gems were hidden in its feathers. Fire gem, air gem, water gem, earth gem. Wow, we're doing really good on gems. Time to start spending them for items, I believe. Speaking of items, let's go ahead and get our god here equipped. I think that's a good idea. I'm definitely good with that. And we've got a pretty large army now. These undead units are just going to go ahead and head down this way. We're going to use both of these armies to take over this water province. Once we take this water province, we're going to build units there that we can use to take other water provinces. Now, this one would actually technically be easier to take. I will say that. This one would be easier to take. This one here, and then build more units. Because I'm afraid that if I throw all my undead units at this one, it may not be enough undead units to take it. There is this one here. It only contains 10. But I want to take the water provinces near Pangaea because then I can launch attacks from the water, and there's nothing they can really do about it. So I think that's a good idea. Now we'll send them. I got to make sure I remember to send Marvani a message about what's going on with some of these thrones over here, because that may be the only way I can help out. Now let's go ahead and set these guys up with all their casting abilities. So we're gonna actually, I think they're fine. We're gonna put them all kind of near the back here, simply because that's where they're gonna be during the battle. All in the back here. And Communion Master, and we want to set these guys to cast a specific spell, and we want Communion Slave for all of these. Okay, that should make this guy fairly powerful when that goes to cast. So that should actually, all of those there, should allow me to be able to cast Flaming Arrow. So I'm actually going to set this guy up to cast that spell. So after Communion Master, Holder casts a, oops. We want to cast a specific spell. We want Flaming Arrows. It says he can't cast it now, but he should be able to after he casts the Communion Master. If not, we could still... actually, what I'm going to do, too, is actually have him build a magic item. So, let's go ahead and... we got to click just him. Bear with me here. There we go. Oh, he can't unless he's... Okay, makes sense. Alright, that's fine. We'll cast it up here. We can move him down here, actually, to this fort. And then he should be able to. Speaking of this fort, we want to keep constructing some things. Let's definitely get a gatehouse. Okay, I have no gold. That's fine. That's because I'm spending the gold on a lot of units. No, this one here. That is fine. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of these units so I've got a little bit more gold. These ones I'll keep. We're going to keep building these because... it's just a lot more research. I think I'm like capitalizing right now on research. Okay, army set up. Finally, time to flesh out some of these armies. They've been long overdue for more units. All right. And for standard bearers, they just kind of go as they go, but we need one here. I forgot that this guy doesn't have underwater units. He's leading my... Okay. Well, let's see. The standard bearers. I can't put them with the undead, right? No. Oh, they can go by themselves, though. That would be silly. Well, we'll just keep them there for now. And just, they can flesh out armies over time. But let's see. We got to make sure this is all kind of... See, everything's kind of a mess here. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Okay, this... unit's going to go off by himself. to this province. You are going to stay with my god and this unit. You're going to come down this way. Now, what else do I got here? So you're moving. Okay, you need to move too. Yeah, that's right. And this skeleton, okay, he stays there. So you and you need to move over here. All right. Then we've got these guys moving south. I believe I want them to move with them, actually. Because if I remember correctly, was it him that set up to... Oh, no, it was the other... Okay, he made the helmet. That's all he did. Okay, I lied. I don't want you to move. Stay here. I want you to forge a magic item. I want you to forge the fire in a jar. Because we're going to give that to our unit that's going to cast the flaming arrows for these guys. And we did claim the throne, so we're all good there. We're getting some fire gems. Blessed troops get attack skill +3, spreads dominion 2. All right. And you're there defending it, but you really don't need to be. You should be coming with my god at some point, or at least kind of staying somewhat behind. I'm not really too worried about my profit, just kind of working on spreading dominion. Did we not find magic sites here? No. Okay, let's move down. We'll keep looking. All right, we're starting to get ourselves into a little bit better position, I see. As for you, you could forge some magic items too if there's anything worth building. What else do we got here? Ring of Levitation, Owl, Quill. I believe that provides better, yes, making research easier. Research bonus 6. You don't have enough magic gems to forge that item. I need air magic level 1 and cost 5. You do have air magic level 1, but I don't have enough air gems. Okay, why don't we turn some of our astral pearls into air gems then? Let's see. How do I do that again? Because I'm not even getting any of these. Astral pearls, I'm getting 5 a month, so I really could. Let's see. Oh, you've got some pretty good. Okay, you can do alchemy. Air gems 4. No, I'm sorry. There we go. I did that wrong. Oh well. Let's do 10. We'll start making a couple of those. So, forge magic item. Or, do I want to make them here? It doesn't matter, I guess. We'll have this guy do it. Forge magic items. Yes, we want you to make this. Oh, you have to anyways because you're the only one with air, I believe. Oh, this guy's got it too. Okay, and then you don't have enough gold, right, to build any of this? Okay, 58. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to go start moving into these water provinces soon with these undead. I'm almost tempted to actually move around and attack this one. So I think I'm going to do that. So we'll draw both our armies up here. So it'll be a little bit before we start taking water provinces, but we are going to take one. We're going to go for the weakest one. That way I can recruit units in that province and spread out because I'm not sure if I could take the 40 units that are here. Moving down south, down closer to Pangea's border. And I've got lots of archers here waiting for me as well as lots of units are getting built. And what's going to be nice about this too is I'm sending these units down here and he's going to pick up the fire jar and then he should be able to cast flaming arrows. So I think we're going to have a pretty competent army. So that is the plan, and that is also the end of this episode. So only 2 turns this episode, but they are fairly long turns. Oh, really quickly, before I do anything else, I want to send a text message to Mirvani. So what did they ask? They want to know, let me write this down. Let me get a pad of paper and write this down. Okay, so with the growing threat from Pangea, they sit back, but you were right about the growing threat from Pangea. They now control 3 of the throne points. Do you have any details on the thrones to your east? With these, Pangea wins in Ascension. The high throne is a throne to your south. The high throne. I think he's talking about this one. Because this one's mine. He owns 1, 2, 3. And I don't know. I'm assuming this one's owned by Mirvani. I should let him know I have 2 thrones myself. So, send text message, Mirvani. Alright, so dear Druids, I have 2 thrones for myself. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. Let me actually... So I'm guessing he means the high throne here. Yeah, do you have any details on the thrones to your east? The high throne is the throne to your south. The thrones to your east. With these Pangea ones in Ascension, the high throne is the throne to your south. So I'm assuming by thrones to my east, if he knows where I am, he must mean these ones? Or this throne I own. This throne here nobody owns, but I'm going to own it at some point. Alright, so, dear Druid friends. I own 2 of the thrones around my around my capital, or actually we'll put, I own 2 of the thrones. I don't want to tell him too much information, so I'll just say I have 2 of the thrones in my possession. I know Pangea has taken Helheim's throne. Has taken Helheim's throne, and then the thrones to my east. There is a throne in a water province that has yet to be owned by anyone. Actually, I'm going to put there's a throne in the water province, which my scouting reports show is not owned by any empire. Most of Pangea's borders are free of military units. I feel they do not suspect any aggression from my southern border. Senate voting on what our future actions will be. We feel, however, that the vote will swing in favor of a war with Pangea, simply to stop them from owning all of Helheim's land and the thrones. Alright, there we go. Kind of a long message, but we're good now. So that is where we stand. That is the end of this turn. Big things coming up in the next coming turns, so stay tuned. Thank you guys for joining me. I do hope that you enjoyed this episode, and I look forward to seeing you next time.